Okay, well, it's going to be a little bit hard to follow up Michael's really heartwarming speech, but I'm going to try. So, by a show of hands, who here has ever been on a four-wheeler? Okay, quite a few people. It's fun, isn't it? It's really empowering to be on this huge machine that can go real fast, right? Okay, well, I made the mistake of riding one and getting a big head while I was on it. And it starts out like any other regular trail ride. So we just find this easy little trail, riding four-wheelers, and then it actually ends with me flying off of mine and then the four-wheeler almost going down a 100-foot drop. So, like I said, it started out just riding four-wheelers and wake up at like 5:30 in the morning so we get out before the sun comes up and find this trail. We'll follow it for a little bit. We've all been on it a couple times, me and a bunch of my friends. And one of my friends takes a turn too fast. He flies off, gets a couple scratches on his knees, nothing big. And then we keep pushing on. And about 2 miles down the trail, we actually find this big rock quarry. And what rock quarry is, it's where a bunch of miners came in and used dynamite to blow up these huge chunks of rock, and it's just like canyons left, basically. So we all decided to go explore it, and I take a trail, and it leads me up to the second story. And on the left side of it, there's just huge walls of rock. And on the right side, there's that cliff that I mentioned earlier. So it's pretty scary to say the least, but there was gravel in this flat area with a jump at the end. So obviously I thought it would be cool to take the jump at the end. And I go back, meet all my friends, and then I bring them all back to this place. And since I'm in the lead, I'm like, okay, I'm going to show off. I'm going to be cooler than everybody else. So I make the back wheels on my four-wheeler fishtail. And by the third little, I don't know, roundabout, I don't know, that's probably not what it is. But by the third sway back, that's it, my back left wheel catches. And friction catches up with me. And the four-wheeler does a flip. It lands right side up. But then I just fly off like 50 feet. Not 50 feet, that's an exaggeration. Probably more like 20 feet. And once I like gain my composure again, I look up and I see the four-wheeler slowly inching towards this cliff. And I'm like, oh God, I need to get up and go grab it. So I get up, I sprint over there, I try to grab it, and by that time, it's already gone. And it fell down just perfect on this little area. And it was like a little outcrop of rocks. It was just big enough for the four-wheeler to land there. And so after about 30 minutes of pulling this four-wheeler out with other four-wheelers, which isn't always a good idea, on gravel too, to say the least, we pulled it out, and then we all head back to his house. And we had a campfire that night, and we talked about what happened. And I walked away with a valuable lesson, which is to not be prideful and stupid on the four-wheeler. And I had a dented helmet, cut up jeans, cut up knees, and damaged pride as well. So that's my story.